Hey guys and gals, good morning. Welcome to Morter March Monday. I'm Dr. Ted Morter. Thanks for being here with me today on this lovely Monday morning. It's going to be hot here in Northwest Arkansas, but that's all right. At least it's not raining and flooding, and we could use the sunshine. I was thinking this morning about a conversation I had last night with a good friend of mine, and she'd been talking to somebody, and they were going back and forth and arguing about things, and and I was listening to what she said, and as she said it to me, she realized, what am I doing? What am I thinking? Why am I even part of this? And the message that I wanted to get across is that nothing holds you back in life more than living in other people's heads. Think about that. If you're living in the mind of somebody else who's judging you or who's criticizing you or trying to make their point to you, if you're living in that mindset, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to live up to your fullest potential. You won't be able to because you're living up the perception of what other people are thinking about you. And truly, I've always said this, and my father said this, that what those other people think about me is really none of my business. I don't want to know what they think about me because I think that it's not going to affect me. I'm not going to be bothered by that. You can't argue with somebody who you're trying to make a point with, and they're yapping and yapping, and you're yapping and yapping in the conversation. Mark Twain said this. This is something I remember from the past. And he said, don't argue with an idiot because you're never going to convince this person about your position. You'll never convince them, and bystanders won't be able to tell who's the idiot, because you're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Complete waste of time, complete waste of energy. The point being that you need to stay focused on what you believe to be true and stick with your values and stick with your beliefs, and don't try to convince other people of that because they're not probably going to listen to that. You can only project out there, and this is the key point, I think. I think this is what was Jan and I were reading in our book this morning, and this came up as well. Right. It's pretty amazing how this happens, but it was very appropriate that when you're listening to other people and what they're saying and then trying to change your position to accommodate them and try to convince them about what you're all about, you're never going to convince anything. Never going to convince anyone about anything. So don't even try. Don't waste your time because it's not going to pay off like you'd like it to pay off. So why bother with that? Why bother with that? Stay focused on the things that you believe to be true and the things that are who you are from the inside out. Remember that how people see me, okay, I'll just put it in my perspective. How people see me is not that important, rather than what's the most important thing is what I project out there. Because people are going to see what they're going to see. Here's a key point. People see what they look for. I'll let that sink in for just a moment. People see what they look for. Because you're always looking in a conversation to support your position on something. It's called being in the box. Good morning. Thanks for being here, Diane. It's called being in the box. And when you're in this box around you, you're looking for things that other people do to support your position. So you can say, see, I told you, I knew you'd be late. You're always late. And secretly inside you were thinking, I hope they're late because then I can be right again. That's how the brain works. It's crazy, it's silly, but that's part of what happens in there. So the point is, what are you projecting out there versus what people are going to see? People are going to see what they're going to see, period. End of story. Hi, Mary Lou. People are going to see what they're going to see. Let me give you an example that this happened with Jana and I years ago when we first, 10 years ago. We were out there on the farm, and the big deal at that point was some of our friends were finding lots of morel mushrooms. And maybe you've heard this story before, but stick with me. I've only got so many stories to tell. Huh, well, that would be good if I did. Jana's like, "Jeez, are you going to tell another story?" Yeah. So we're looking for morel mushrooms, right? So we've got our stick. We're walking around with the stick. We got a little bag. You have a special bag that's all perforated so that when you get a mushroom, you put it in the bag as you're walking around. It shakes on your leg and it spreads more of the spores around there so you have more morels next year. So we're looking in the places where they said under sycamore trees, near oak trees, in the valley out there near the creek where we have in Paradise here at Morter Farm. I call it that. So we're looking for these mushrooms, and we'd looked for about a half hour for mushrooms, and finally we were standing by the big sycamore tree right back over there, not far, and we're standing there with our sticks, and it said, "Man, I can't find these mushrooms," and Jana said, "Well, what do they look like?" I said, well, they're about this big, maybe this big, and they look kind of like a pine cone, shaped like a tree, a pine tree, but they look like a pine cone per se. They're kind of brownish and kind of sometimes they have a light tan tint to them. Sometimes they're more black tinted. And that's what we're looking for. That's what we've been looking for. Kind of like, and I looked down, and there was one right there. I said, kind of like that, right there. That's exactly what we're looking for. So you see what you look for. Once you get it in your mind's eye about what's happening in your life and how you're perceiving things that are coming your way, you're going to form that based on your beliefs and your preconceived ideas about what things are. That's how we process up in here. So when I say you see what you look for, if you're looking to find fault in something, if you're looking to find fault, say in a program you were going to attend or a party or a gathering, and you were looking to find fault, then you would focus on the things that would support your position to say, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that song they're going to play. I don't like the colors that they're going to use. I don't like the people that are going to be involved there. Whatever that might be. It's kind of crazy stuff, but this is how it works. So you look for the things to support your position because you've already decided you don't want to be part of that. Okay, so there's no way I could convince you of something that's going to be different to say, unless you look inside yourself and decide you're going to be happy, you're not ever going to be happy. Until I decide I'm going to be happy with something, I won't be happy. It's as simple as that. No one can make me happy from the outside. I can't make you see it this way. I can't make you understand. I can't make you do this. I can't fix anything. All I can do is work on myself. So I'm going to work on focus on being forgiving and thankful and grateful and happy. And Jan and I work on this all the time. And if I get out of sync sometimes, see those cows back there in the back? Right back over there? That's a picture of the cows. I sit right here for dinner every night, and she sits right there. We have our wonderful dinner, our meal. And we'll talk about the day, and we'll talk about things that are happening. And I can tell whether I've messed up during the day or I didn't live up to my fullest potential by looking at those cows. There's two kinds of expressions on those cows' faces. And I'll say, which one is it today? Well, this is me, or that one's me. And it's kind of a little joke that we have, but it's a good way to look at life. Keep it kind of simple and say, you know what? Can't change how that person's going to perceive this. Can't make them happy. I can only change and project what I would like to put out there. See how I vibrate energetically and what I bring to the mix and what I help show by example and proper leadership to help people reach their fullest potential. Geez, that's what life's all about, really. So when I'm in that mode, and I'm in that mode realizing I can't fix them, I can only say, this is what I do. This is how I do it. If you choose to do this, you might be happy like I'm happy. If not, maybe you'll be still miserable and sick like you are. That's up to you completely, but I can't make you do one thing or the other. Can't fix it. Hey, Ralph, Dr. LeBlanc, hope that new clinic up there in Branson's doing well. I think about you often, and I know the kind of dynamic person you are, a true leader, a mentor. Biohack Branson, I think was the name of your clinic that you're calling out. I love that. I think that's so cool. Another example of leading by example. I look to Ralph as a mentor. He looks to me as a mentor. We talk back and forth all the time. I have for 20 years, probably longer than that. Find people in your life that you can associate with for long periods of time. Those are the kind of people that you want to hang around. Not the people that jump in there in the middle of when things are going really good and they want to be part of your team when everything's going really well. Yeah, there's lots of those. They're called hangers-on. Okay, we don't need hangers-on. We need people that are for us. You need people that are for you. I surround myself with people that are for me. They're for me. They're for my life, my family, my farm, the parties and things that we put on. I want people that are for me. And if you're not for me on something, then you're just with me. And if you're with me, you're just a hangers-on. You're only going to be there when times are really good. But if it gets a little hairy and somebody says something that might upset you and you're going to go into a frizzy or a tensy, is that a word, tensy? I don't know. Frenzy. A frenzy. I don't want you to be around. I don't need that in my life. And you don't either. You deserve better people in your life if you have people like that that are there. Sometimes you just have to go, next, and move on until you can really feel deep inside the joy and the happiness that you can spread out there to other people. And that's how you make a difference in the world. But it comes from in here. It doesn't come from how you're perceiving what other people are thinking about you. I don't care what you think about me. I really don't. Sure, it upsets me, and I think, wow, could I have said that better? Could I have worked out a little better? Yes, maybe. But truth be told, some of those people are just going to be miserable. There's nothing you can do about it except stay away from them. That's real easy to stay positive. Just stay away from all the negative people. That's one way to look at it. I'm looking for people that are going to have a common goal, that believe the way that I believe in things, and that try to help other people win and win and win, so that when we have this function or this seminar or this party or this gathering, everybody wins from it. We all gain from experiences from others. We gain and we pick out the things that are the very best and uplifting, rather than trying to pick out the minute detail like you'll see on typical news shows. They'll pick out the minute negative detail and forget about the whole positive thing. But we just focus on something silly, and that's just the way it works. So acknowledge that, understand that, surround yourself with positive people, read positive books, do uplifting things, keep journals, keep positive during the day. Keep positive. And sometimes that's a little more difficult, but that separates the wheat from the chaff, as they say. You have the choice. You have the chance to do anything. Hey, Christine, you have the choice to do and be and have anything you want in your life. It's up to you completely. You can choose to fall down in the muck and argue with people and try to convince them about your side of a position. That's a waste of time, energy, and money. And they'll beat you down. They'll win with experience. You're not going to win when you're arguing with an idiot or someone who's uninformed or somebody who's so set in their ways that they really don't even want to hear anything else. They just want to go volatile. Don't need that in your life. Find some people that are calm. Go out in the garden. I was on my hands and knees out there yesterday, weeding the garden, making it look all pretty out there. Because I cherish the time that I have by myself sometimes. Sometimes it's not about watching a show or reading a book, or it's just kind of sitting there and being quiet, listening to the quiet from inside, because that's when the voices come out and they'll help you. They'll help you get the vision that you need for clarity. They'll help you see the good, find the gold, instead of just dwelling and focusing on the negative. Low energy people are very negative. Don't go down to that level. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let them go. Let them go. Like the dealer in Vegas, when they're done taking all your money at blackjack, they go, next. And they bring in another dealer. Okay. Well, that was a mouthful for a Monday morning. I think that what I'm talking about here is to stay focused, stay clear thinking and clear vision. Excuse me. Be clear in the vision that you have out there. Ralph LeBlanc, I guarantee you have focused on your clear vision on what you see for that beautiful facility that you have up there. I came to visit. You have clear focus on that. Dan Cole, I know you have clear vision about where you're going, because you're here every week. You watch, you learn, you listen. You're a mentor to people, no doubt. All of you that stick with me and that share this and show it to other people, and that it touches you, I'm honored by that. I'm honored by that. And that makes me feel good. But I'm going to feel good anyway. As soon as I turn this off and I go in there and start making some sweet potatoes for lunch today and go out in the garden and finish up what I started out there, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel really, really good. Remember, nothing holds you back more than living in other people's head. That's what I started with. That's what holds you back. Stay focused in your own head, your own clarity, your own vision. I want to be thankful and grateful for my vision today. See, my vision means that I can look ahead. I can look to the future. I can plan. I can dream. I can dream bigger. I can bring things and manifest things into my life because of the way that I think and dream. Does it always work this exactly like I want it? Absolutely not. But it always works. And it's always the plan. It's always the plan. Figure it out. I'm going to be thankful and grateful today for my clear vision. See, I have a clear vision. I have a plan. I have a dream. I have a focus on that. I surround myself with people that can support me in these dreams that I have, and so can you. And you'll be amazed how much you enjoy life. Otherwise, it's that other cow up there that's not so good. I'm going to be thankful and grateful for my clear vision. So I'm going to do the Morter March now. I'm going to do it with you. So I'm going to start with my left foot forward, my right arm up. I'm going to think, I am thankful and grateful for my clear vision. My clear vision. I'm thankful and grateful for my clear vision. Come on, do this with me. Think of what your vision is. Think about what your goal is. What's your dream? What are you thinking about out there? I'm thankful and grateful for my clear vision, my clear vision, my clear vision. That was one set. We're going to do three. Again, left foot out, I'm thankful and grateful for my clear vision forward, my clear vision, my clear path. I'm thankful and grateful for this path. Thankful and grateful for the path. Okay, switch the other way. Thankful and grateful for this clear vision forward, this clear vision. It comes to me. It comes to me when I'm silent. It comes to me when I'm quiet. The vision drops in like a bomb and goes, bam, yes. How about that? How about that? How about that clear vision? See, the path is already there for you. The path is there. Your projection for what's going to happen to you for the rest of your life is laid out there. Can you see it or not? You can't see it if you're focused on negative people that are idiots that keep trying to convince you of something that doesn't make any sense at all. You're thinking, what? You got to stay focused on your clear, focus on being able to see with clear vision the path that's been laid before you. Boom, I like that. I'm thankful and grateful for the clear vision. Thankful and grateful for clear vision. Thankful and grateful for this clear vision. I can see this path. I can see the path to wonderful happiness and success and gratitude. I'm thankful and grateful for this in my life. Thankful and grateful. I am so grateful for the people in my life. In case you forget sometimes, why don't you just make a list of people that you're thankful and grateful for? Start off with that. Who am I really thankful and grateful for in my life? Write them down. Send them a note. If you think about them during the day, call them. Send them an email. Send them a text. Just say, hey, thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. Hope so. Well, before I forget and sign off today, I'm not going to be here on Monday. I'm going fishing. I'm actually getting to go back to Canada. I've been waiting for years to do this, waiting for it to happen again. Used to go 3 times a year. We did this for 30 years. And after COVID hit and they shut down Canada, we got out of the whole routine and haven't been able to get back. And now it's like, my kids are going, Dad, we got to go back. Tom and I are going back. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. Wonderful time. We'll be quiet while we're there. We'll fish in the boat. I'm going with Kevin and Chuck and Tom and me, 4 of us. A beautiful place. The best walleye fishing in Canada. The most trophies caught in this particular lake every year. It's so much fun. I've been waiting for this for years to come back. And now we get to go. It's going to be a wonderful experience. I play it over and over and over again in my mind every day. What it was like 5 years ago when we did this. For 30 years, we did it every year. I can play it in my mind. I know what it's going to be like. I can smell the clear water. I can smell the air. I can smell the pine trees. I can smell even the exhaust of the motor in the boat that we'll be going down there. I can see the glare in the water. I can put the glasses on and I can see down there. It's so clear you can see the fish. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful experience. That's how I recharge my batteries. What do you do to recharge your batteries? I hope it's not in somebody else's head because they're going to suck the energy right out of your life. They'll suck it all out. So I'll be here on Monday, and I'm probably not going to be back by the next Monday because it's a week-long trip. So maybe 2 weeks before I can get back. But I'll be back. Don't you worry. And I'll have lots of stories to tell you and lots of great adventures and new dreams. Because when we're quiet on the lake and nobody talking, nothing happening except just focus and energetically relaxing, new ideas will pop in. New plans will unfold. The path before me will become easier to see. Ooh, got myself excited now. Hey, I'm Dr. Ted. I love you guys so much. Thank you. I hope you'll share this with other people. Get people excited about what your dreams are. Thank you for Mary Lou. Thank you so much. Get people excited about your dreams. You can share your dreams. Be careful who you share them with. Usually a family member will bushwhack you more than anybody else on a dream you have. Sometimes you don't share your dreams. I share my dreams because I'm not that worried about what somebody else might try and bushwhack me, because I can't anymore in my life. I'm too old to get bushwhacked. I hope. Love you guys. I'll see you in a couple weeks. I'm Dr. Ted. Bye.